Good day everyone, welcome to PENSECURITY. On today's content, we'll be talking about DMZ. As you can see on the screen, it says isolate your internal networks. How to set up a DMZ network. What is DMZ, you might want to ask? DMZ means Demilitarized Zone. So it's a separate network segment that isolates publicly accessible services. You can have the web server, you can have the email servers, and you can have the DNS servers from the internal private network. So what it does is it acts as a buffer zone between untrusted, which is the internet, and the trusted, which is your internal LAN, so your inside network. So why use a DMZ? So DMZ prevents direct access to internal resources, it minimizes attack surface, and it helps enforce security policies. So on what use cases do we use DMZ? As you can see here, that's where they logically put your servers. We have your hosting services as your web server, your public email gateway, which is email server, your external DNS, which is your DNS server, and your secure remote access, where you get access to your internal network over the internet. So without wasting much of our time, you can see here we have an internet nodes here. We have a FortiGate, which is a firewall. We have to switch, and we have other devices. So we'll configure our FortiGate because the whole miracle happens in FortiGate. That's where we'll configure all the policies. Then we'll test our DMZ server, our DMZ network, sorry. So for the configuration, I have set up the basic configuration. So interface, this is port 1, we'll get IP address through DHCP. Then port 2 will be assigned to the DMZ. Then port 3 will be assigned to our internal LAN. So I'm in now. So we'll go to config system interface. I will also give us the code because I already pushed the code. Config system interface, this is the code. Let me close this and save. Let me just discard this, and then this is what we're configuring. So I've already configured port 1, so just copy and we'll just paste. So we've done that. So the next thing will be for configuring now. Next we'll be configuring will be the DNS. So just copy and paste here. Configure the DNS. Then what we'll be configuring now is a firewall policy. So let me bring it up and explain. So on these firewall policies, we'll be configuring LAN. So LAN to the internet, which is configured on port 3. Then port 1, this is where we'll get our internet from. Then we'll set action to accept. Then we'll set service to all. Then also we'll configure for DMZ. So let's just configure firewall policy step by step. So let's go with the configure firewall policy. I just paste all the codes here since it's a configuration. Just copy, just paste it here. Yes. So after doing that, now let's check for the static routing, because for us to know if everything is working on point. Let me close this and close this. Discard all. So you can see now, this is the static routing table. I will include this configuration on the script so we'll be able to access them. Then let's try to ping. So for us to ping, we'll say execute. So also ping, we'll say execute ping 888 to. So like I want to check with DMZ, so just check execute ping 8888. So you can see now we're getting internet connection on firewall. So let us turn this on to assign IP addresses to them. So let's see if we're able to ping to the internet, which is the DNS. It's gonna take a while for it to come up. So let's just wait. So our Ubuntu server is on already. So let's try to log in. Ubuntu. So now I want to check if I have IP address. So you can see there is no IP addresses here. We only have a loopback, which is 192.1.1. We don't have any IP address assigned to us yet. So for us to do that, we have to assign IP address. So we'll go to the Netplan. So say let's just paste it here. So don't now know it is a Netplan. So we want to configure this. Then on there we have to just paste this. So GNS3, I think. Let me go back. Control X. Yes. IPA. So we have GNS3 here. So let's go back and edit it. So this will be GNS3. So I just want to replace this GNS3. Then click on Control X. After doing that, then we'll say sudo Netplan apply. So let's see IPA. You can see now we have an IP address already of 192.168.201. So let's see if we can ping 8888. Ping 8.8.8.8. We don't have any successful ping yet. So I think what we're having now is let's see if we can ping to the default gateway. So say ping 192.168.200.1. Yes, we can ping the default gateway, but we can't get through to 8.8.8 yet. So at least we're sorting out the issues one after the other. So since we can't access 8.8, we have to configure our firewall policy again. So we say since we can get to our gateway, but we can't access the 8 DNS, so we have to configure our DNS again. So DMZ-to-Internet, because this will have an issue, port 2 to port 1 will allow all. So now let's go back and try it again if it still work. You can see now we can access our internet now, because after we updated our firewall policy, we're able to access DNS. So it's working now. So let us configure our DNS server on this network. So for us to do that, first thing first, we show the interface we're working on. So let's just enter. Let's say, so say NMCL, which is because this is Rocky, not like regular Windows. So NMCLI come and show. So this is the interface we're working on. Ethernet 0. So for us to configure that, I already made a script already. So we just configure this here. So it says error, unknown connection. So just have to configure it. So if you should read the error, like it said wired connection, which is unknown connection. And if you check now, you can see we have the system name here, system Ethernet interface 0. So that is where we are configuring now. So take it up and we'll address it from here. You just be patient and put it from here. So I want to assign it. So let's just change this to system ETH0. Then I want to change this to 11 211. So it's still saying unable to modify. So where are we having an issue from? It says insufficient privileges. Okay, let's try to run 10. I'm just trying to be diplomatic here. So insufficient privileges. So we're still running through some problems. So we have to check. Did we use sudo? I don't think we use sudo. So let's try and use sudo, because we need to give it privilege, because we're running a very powerful code here. I think that is running already. So now what we need to do now is to restart the system. So what we'll just do is we'll say ncl that is nmcli con up system ETH0. What else do? So I think it's on now. So since it's on, now let's check for the interface IPA. Let's see if we have an IP address. Yes, you can see now we have an IP address here. So let's try to ping 8.8.8.8. You can see we have internet already on this DNS server, so it's working very well. So after configuring this, we have to configure this Windows client as well for internet and to access the internet. So we've turned on our client, so we just have to open. So osboxes.org. You just wait for it to come up. It's gonna take a while for it to come up, but let's just wait for it to come up. Then also we'll have our Windows client. So PANSECURITY. So let's just wait for it to come up so we can configure it. Alright, so let's go to network settings, because automatically we don't have an IP address for it. So let's go to settings and let's configure the network. Yes, network settings. So we have to assign IP address to it. So change that option. Properties. Then this is what we need. Properties. Then we set the IP address. So 192.168. Then we have 10 and 11. 10 and 11. Subnet max is 255.255.250, and the FortiGate will be 192.168, 10 and 1. So our DNS server will be 8.8.8.8. Then our alternate DNS server will be 1.1.1.1. So you can say we can validate upon. So let's close. Let's see if it will connect immediately. If it doesn't connect immediately, that means we're having issues with our firewall as well, so we have to go back and fix the settings with our firewall, but I'm sure it's supposed to work. So let's just cancel and see if we still get snub. It's supposed to connect immediately. So let's go to command prompt. Let's see if we can ping 192.168.10.1. Yes, we can ping our gateway. Let's see if we can ping 8.8.8.8. So we can't get through to our DNS. I think that's why we're having issues. So we have to go to the firewall again to set up the policy so we can get access to our internet. So let's Ctrl C. So we have to go to the firewall to update it again. So now we're going back to the firewall to check. What are we checking for? We're checking for NAT on this section. So say admin, now access it. So now let's say show firewall policy. So let's see. Yeah, NAT is enabled. Since NAT is enabled, then we should be able to access it. Or let's just update this policy. So what we'll configure here now is to check if we can get the log traffic. So as you can see now, the code return failed. So let's just update these firewall policies again. So set LAN to internet, which is internet network, then port 3 to port 1 or allow all. We also set NAT to allow all. After doing that, now let us see if there's any changes here already. So let's try to ping. You can see now we can ping 8.8, so it's working fine now. So we have to update our firewall policy for us to be able to access this. So it's working fine now, as you can see. So now let us configure our Ubuntu client. I don't know, Ubuntu client is stuck. It's not working. OS boxes.org. For some reason, I don't know why it's not trying to work. So I think it's up now. So now let's just configure it. So go to terminal. I'll open the terminal. So after opening the terminal, I'll say sudo nano /etc/netplan then /01/ netcfg.yaml osboxes.org. So as you can see here, we don't have any configuration. So what we'll do now is just say network. Before we do that, let's check for the interface we're working with. Let's check the interface we're working with first. So let's go to terminal again. Oh, let's open a new terminal. So say IPA. So we're working on GNS3. So that is what we're working on. So say net. So I'm doing network. Go down, give it a tab, don't say version 2. Then go down, give it a tab. They will say this can be on the same block here. Can be on the same block. Let's give it a tab. Say Ethernet. Then we'll go down. Under Ethernet, we'll use GNS3. That is the interface we're working with. Then we'll put it down. Then we'll go here. 1, 2, GNS3. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll say DHCP. No, we don't have DHCP. We want to use static. Then we'll go down. We'll see addresses. Then we'll enter the address. We'll go down. The address is 192.10.10.21/24. After doing that, we'll set the gateway. So the gateway will be gateway. Yeah, gateway will be. I would have just copied and pasted, but we don't have that feature yet. So .168.10.1. Then after setting that, we set the name servers. So name servers. So addresses. Then we'll say 8.8.8.8. It is backup 1.1.1.1. Close. So next thing is Control X, click on yes. So after doing that, they will now say sudo Netplan apply. Okay, so we're having issues with the DHCP. We can just remove the DHCP because we don't even need it in the first place. I just remove the DHCP block. So let's uncomment the DHCP block. Yes, so yes. So set to run apply. Yes, so IPA. Let's see. Alright, we've got an IP address. So let's ping 8.8.8.8. As you can see, we can access the internet from here. Control C. So we can access the internet from there. So for our proof of concept now, so what we're doing now is we want to try to see if because the logic here is DMZ will not be able to reach the inside network, but the inside network will be able to reach the DMZ. So now let's ping now. Let's ping. So let's get the IP address of this machine. Say IP. Okay. So this is 192.168.210. So let's ping 192.168.210. So a lot of ping 192.168.210. Why is it saying that? Okay, yeah, it's connected. Let's cancel. Let's do it again. So yeah, you can see there is a successful ping request to the DMZ, to the web server which is in the DMZ. Now let me stop this and let me run IPA. So I have 192.168.21. Let me just copy the IP address. So let me ping this. Control C. So let's ping what are we pinging? We're pinging this. Let me go back again to 192.168.10.21. So ping 192.168.10.21. So you can see now DMZ server can't get to the inside network because from a firewall policy we've already blocked that. So that is the power of the firewall there. It's kind of isolates the network. So now this is the catch here. From your web server here, your client can access it. Let's say for example you want to be able to get to internet on your web server, you'll be able to do that from the client, but the web server can't communicate with the client, but the client can communicate with the web server. That is the isolation we're talking about. So we've been using Ubuntu. Let's try to simulate with it Windows. So let's open and let's ping 192.168. I think it's 200, right? 200.10. Yes, you can see it can access it. So IP config, this is 192.168.10.11. So let's try to see ping 192.168.10. You can see it can't get there. So that is how it is. Let me also do for this. Control C. So say IPA. So this IP address is 192.168.211. So ping 192.168.10.11. You can see it's communicating with the server. But now let's check. Let's try to run it here. So we'll say ping 192.168.10.11. It can't get there. That is the security we have there. So that is how it works. That is how the whole firewall security works. So this is DMZ. This is everything it entails in the DMZ. So right now I want to simulate a simple web server. So I already downloaded Apache. So what I will do now is you have to enable it. So I already installed it. Just want to simulate just a simple Apache. Then what we'll do now is check the status if it is running. It's supposed to be running active. Very good, it's running. So now let's insert our page. This is our basic script. So what we're doing now is simply just want to delete all of this and insert our own. So we'll just do is we'll clear all of this. This is pretty too much, you know. Control A. So just have to delete all of this. So this is our web server. Just paste this and then click on X. Yes. So after doing that, next thing is to check. I don't think we didn't set any firewall rules, so yes, it's not active. Then what we'll do now is IPA. So this is our IP address 192.168.210 for our web server. So just come here. Let's come here. Let's cancel. Let's come here and then OS proxies.org. So we want to access that web server. Remember the IP address is 192.168.210. So one 192.168. It's taking forever to come up. I don't know why it's taking forever. Let's try again. Okay. So say HTTP 192.168.210. So you can see, welcome to PENSECURITY ORG YouTube channel. Follow us for more content. So we're accessing our web server from the DMZ. So this is everything it takes to configure your DMZ. Thank you for watching this content, and I hope to see you in our next video for more exciting content. I will really appreciate if you continue to like, share and comment. This will really help us to make more exciting content like this. See you in our next video. Bye bye.